I feel that Dead by Daylight's development team is balancing killers efficiently at release. Efficiently at release, I disagree, because you can't, like, at this point, you can't convince me that the past few killers, like Kaneki, freaking Krasue, and now with Vecna, that they have not made that but like crazy OP at the beginning so they could get sales on the killer and people are seeing how effective using that killer is, and then afterwards they decide to nerf it. You cannot change my mind that that is not what they're doing with some of these killers. There's no way. So like,
they don't
balancing killer efficiently, no, at release I disagree. During updates, slightly disagree. Like I disagree because I feel like they make these perks, and not even just killers, like killer and survivor perks and all that, they will make that shit purposely overpowered upon release to see, like, you know, to get new people in to play Vecna, you know, new killer mains, new survivor mains, whatever, and then they'll give, maybe they'll give survivors, but again, this is probably me being biased, being mainly a survivor player, they'll maybe give survivors like pretty decent perks, not crazy overpowered perks. Like, made for this when it came out, I can agree that probably was like, I didn't play killer that much, I was playing survivor, but I can definitely agree 3% haste at all times just for being injured is crazy overpowered. So, you know, during update, I don't know, I don't even know what they be doing during updates. We just gonna put slightly disagree, we gonna leave it at that. Anyways, in general, which role has the advantage in Dead by Daylight? I say some killers have the advantage because it's all killers, some killers, survivors, and some killers have the advantage. Survivors have the advantage, both roles are balanced. I'm gonna say some killers have the advantage because you have killers like Nurse, Kaneki, Krasue, now Vecna, crazy overpowered, not crazy over, I'm not gonna say crazy overpowered, but definitely S tier killers, very good killers, and the only two killers on that list that does not have a high skill ceiling, I would say, is Krasue and Vecna. Like, upon release, like Nurse, crazy overpowered killer, but you gotta know how to play Nurse to be crazy overpowered on Nurse. Like, you can't just hop on Nurse and expect to get a 4K out the ass. That's not how that works. Same thing with Blight. Good killer, crazy good killer, crazy S tier, but you can't just hop on Blight and expect to get a 4K out of that shit. But like Krasue, just spit on the survivor, it bounces off of the nearest wall, automatically tracks to the survivor, hits them, and then you just go and head for him. And then she has her crazy speed with that, etc, etc. It's like, I'll say same thing with Kaneki as well. You can't, I mean, Kaneki, you have to be really bad at the game to be bad at Kaneki. But Kaneki, you just bounce off of a wall, face the general direction of survivor, they get hit. It's like the newest ones, it just feels like the skill ceiling for the newest killers that are entering the S tier, which is Vecna, Krasue, and Kaneki, they're all S tier killers. It just feels like the skill ceiling is to the floor with them, opposed to how if you need to play Nurse and need to be good with Nurse, you need to be good at Nurse to actually see like results with her. That's how I feel about it. So I'm gonna say some killers have the advantage for that fact, because survivors, like, you can switch up your playstyle, you can switch up your perks on survivors, but at the end of the day, all you have to do on survivors, hop on gens, run away from the killer, and survive as long as you can. You can have perks on and have perk combos together to try to make that easier, but like at a basic level, all you gotta do is do gens, run away, pretty much. Killer, you could decide to tunnel, you could decide not to tunnel, you can decide to slug, you can decide to camp, you could whatever. There's many different things with that, and then also depending on how many different killer powers there is. So like if you're a trapper main, all you know is trap the gens, trap the pallets, trap the whatever, chase the survivors, kill the survivors. Same playstyle because you just have that one power. Survivors, it's run whatever perks you need to run, do gens, run away, but also while you're doing gens and run away, you gotta understand that you're playing against a trapper, you're playing against, or you're playing against a nurse, or you're playing against the clown. You gotta understand all the different powers that different killers have, etc, etc. So like, that's how I feel about it. Trying my best to be non-biased as a heavy survivor main, but solo queue also is a huge factor in it as well. I didn't even think about that. Like, if you're playing with a Swift or a team, you're able to give comms. You're able to give good comms. Even if you're playing with a Swift or team and y'all are just goofing off, giving comms or not, it doesn't even matter. It'll be easier to play with the fucking team because you can actually talk to your team, whether y'all are playing competitive or not. But like solo queue, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know what your teammates are doing. You don't know what perks your teammates are running. You know, and it's not that you can always communicate what's going on, because, you know, you might have one teammate in chase, one teammate on a gen, one teammate on hook, and you got one teammate not doing anything, and that one teammate not doing anything that might be in a corner cleansing a fucking totem might be thinking that the person who's on a gen is gonna get off their gen and go get the save, but in reality that person that's on a gen is literally cross map from the person on hook, while the person doing the totem might be right next to the save. And then, you know, you got the other person in chase as well. So obviously the person in chase can't do it. So, you know, and let's say the person that's cleansing the totem, they might be injured as well. They might be injured cleansing that totem, so they can go hop in a locker and get healed and then go get the save. So that might cost time. And then so maybe now the person that's on the gen might have to get off their gen and go get the fucking save. But who knows, that person on the gen, they could be on death hook. So they said, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't even finna go up there. It's so much that goes into it being on solo queue, because there's just no kind of communication. Because the person that's injured, they're thinking probably, I'm injured, I'm not going over there, I'm getting this totem so I can get healed. And then the person on the gen that's on death hook, I'm on death hook, I'm not going over there. So, you know, there's no communication. It sucks. Solo queue's ass. But you know what, I digress. You just kind of got to make your own fun on Dead by Daylight. Okay. In the perspective of making the game fairer, what would the DBD team prioritize working on? Bugs and, oh my god, prioritize the bugs, the cheaters, and this freaking bullcrap latency stuff. Because I'm tired of going against killers with 200 ping and they're like smacking me from 50 miles away. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. That's not right. It's not okay. Okay, supporting where to find pallets locker. Okay, working on pallet density and placement. I think that would be fine, because for the palette density, I feel like there's just no in between for behavior. Like the palette density, when they updated it, yes, there was way too many damn pallets on the map, and then when they changed it and reversed it, it was like, god damn, why am I spawning in to this map and this entire side of this map is a fucking dead zone already? What is that? That's ridiculous, you know? Yes, a permanently available rank / unranked mode. Yes, oh my god, they fucking, like, that's another issue with fucking Dead by Daylight. They cannot decide if they want to be a competitive or a casual game. They bring out some updates that go more towards like the competitive players, and then other updates that are based off of the more casual players, or they'll like change an update or change the way something works because they'll be like, oh, it was unfun to play against, so we changed that. And that's valid, that's fine, that's fair. And then there's other things that they'll change or won't change because they're like, well, I mean, it's not technically overpowered. Like, it's not overpowered, but yes, it's unfun to play against, so we're not going to change it. So it's like, girl, are we making updates based off of making this game more competitive, or are we just doing this shit based off of it being fun? Like, if we're going to do that, make a fucking separate competitive mode or something. I don't know. They just can't pick if it's competitive or not. And that's why all their fucking updates are weird and stupid.